audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. With sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. And tonight, from Fat Actress, Rachael Harris is here.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Rachel, I don't know why, but I remember her from like a Klondike commercial. No.
Oh, Klondike.
Well, you were sitting on a park bench. Doing what?
Quaker rice snacks. Was it recently?
Could have been a rice snack commercial.
It was a rice snack.
You were eating.
Yeah.
You looked like you.
That's good.
I took notice of it.
That's good because a lot of times actors don't look like themselves.
No, you were you.
Like if you get, I can't see you. I'm so short.
Yeah, I'm me.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. And you're you, and it looked like you, and I didn't even know who you were. I just remember watching this commercial, taking note of this person.
Yeah, did it make you go for the rice cakes?
No, I didn't.
You seem like such a rice cake kind of guy.
I didn't, but I said, I got to keep my eye on this one.
Oh,
She's
right then. Nice.
Yeah, and I don't say that too often. I did say it about the Ditech guy, and we've all seen how things have worked out for him.
It's nice, subtle work.
Well, he's doing multiple roles now. He's playing his mother. He's calling his mother.
Did you see it? He was on Arrested Development.
Oh, the
Honest
Ditech
to
guy?
God. Yeah, they had him in the boardroom. It was very funny.
I'm a fan.
It was good.
We got to get him on.
Perfect.
We gotta get him
why
on.
not? Yeah, get on that.
And then I saw Rachel, of course, in Fat Actress, and also Daddy Daycare, and many other movies. But I took note. I don't know why I was tossed out of the Groundlings.
No, that's the.
I took note though, and I said Rachel was or is a groundling. It just
really?
It
Just tell the training.
And then I started, and then it just took note, and then when I looked down here, it says Groundling's main company member, and then I thought, well, maybe I knew her from over there, or maybe I saw her over there, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Did we?
I don't know. Were you? But you were in the. Were you in the Sunday company? Or?
No, I just went all the way through to the advanced program, and then they booted me out. And that must have been in like. Oh no, that was like '89 or something.
Oh, yeah.
So we missed each other.
No,
like
I was still in Ohio going to college.
You're mid-year groundling person.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, they missed out. But clearly, you've suffered for it.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah, they missed out. Absolutely, and I'm not done making them pay. By the way,
I noticed that.
Just like all of them,
you throw them in with your parents, high school teachers,
sure.
and coaches.
A lot of people have a lot of baggage from the Groundlings.
All who said nay will pay. Oh, that's what my license plate frame says. That'd be a good license plate frame.
It's good.
Forget about like world's greatest grandma. Just how about some sort of scary cryptic message?
You said nay, I say pay.
Yeah. Fat Actress is Sunday nights on Showtime, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and how much?
I'm sorry. Right now. No, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
How? Oh, I said Sunday nights, Monday nights. How much of it is scripted? Because I've watched the show. I've watched probably, well, let's see, 5, 4. How many episodes there? 5?
We did 7, and actually tonight's the season finale. So it's on right now. It's on right now, and it's also, and then they replay it at 11. You know, they keep doing it over and over again. So.
How much? It's hard to tell when you're watching it. It's clear that everyone is sort of a good improvisational actor, and it's supposed to be, and I guess you shouldn't see when it's scripted or non-scripted or whatever. But how much of it is scripted?
Well, it's a lot like Curb. As far as there's a detailed outline, and so we're given.
Curb is what cool people call Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's so gross.
We got a lot of listeners in the Midwest who aren't sure what Curb is.
Yeah, well, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Right. It's a lot like that, where it's scripted. There's a really like a strong outline for it, and then like we know where we're. Like, if we're given a scene, and let's say we know that at the end of it we have to say, "Go get your things," because we're going to go meet.
Right.
A guy that you can date, so we'll know that the dialogue will be improvised, but the basic script, we'll know where we're going in it, and there's a couple of key lines in there for sure that we have to say in order to move the story along.
It's I believe the best way to do it. You never catch anyone acting. You don't have any precocious kids saying where's the beef or any of that stuff. And I mean, if you're trying to mirror life. and there's no teleprompters in life, then wouldn't this just be the way to do it? I mean, it's sort of like saying, if you're shooting a Western, instead of building a elaborate mechanical horse, how about we just get on real horses? And what could look more realistic than that? What could be more realistic than dialogue?
At one time, theater was not supposed to be a precise representation of reality.
Drew makes a valid point. His first of the year.
Yeah, it's more be more of a commentary.
Right.
It's supposed to be literature, really. It's just literature brought to life.
Honestly, but you have to understand that a lot of our dialogue, though, is truly like literature. It's
I'm
awful.
sure if you guys are iterating it, of course it must be.
Yeah, no. But but it is great. Like it's one of those things too where you really don't feel like you're acting. It's much easier just to be in the scene. For me,
and you
can't speak for everybody else.
You don't have to stay up all night with the script and everything, right?
Honestly, that's the best part of the job, is that we're not. I'm never worried that I'm offending some writer because I didn't deliver a joke properly, or, I mean, like it's not like any other sitcom where you're like I'm running lines with my husband, doing it over and over again.
I don't. Why'd you have to bring him up? What's up? We had such a groove going.
I can ask him to leave. He's in the game. Yeah.
Oh, she dropped an H-bomb on me with the husband. And by the way, I know enough about psychology to know that is intentional, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
And just the fact that you're reaching over the table at her, I don't know. We're giving that impression. I don't know why she would drop that.
She's a skilled improvisational actress, and that's a turn-on to me, Drew.
I know that.
And I also like glasses.
It's true. Especially the porn librarian.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me. I beg your pardon.
Porn doctor.
Yeah.
That's funny. Kirsty would always, Kirsty Alley, since we have viewers in the Midwest, she would always say that. She said, you sort of have that, that porn teacher.
When you have an attractive blonde and she wears the glasses, it's a good way to go. I see women make the mistake, I do believe, of going the wrong direction. They go the Pam Anderson direction where they get the
that's
crazy
fetishizing.
Yeah, for most guys, we would rather see. Here's what we'd like. We'd like to see the beautiful Italian sports car in a moderate color, rather than a bright red, screaming, candy apple red version of that car. Like we want the toned down version but the beautiful lines and the beautiful design,
rather than a Toyota Corolla with a bunch of fins and things on it.
That's right. When you've pimped out your
that's right.
Your Toyota
Unless
Corolla.
you're drunk and you just want a big Mexican lady, which is the car. The female version of what you're talking about.
That's right.
Tricked out van, rainbow tape, Levitron on the side.
Big white tiger.
Kragers, raised white letters.
Yeah.
Captain's chairs.
I always love like the
stereo.
Honda, like the Honda Civic that's tricked out and then it's got the rims on it, like those.
That keeps spinning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good look.
It's just sort of, it's insane.
That I feel sorry. You know what I feel sorry for? And
what?
As a white guy, we have nothing to prove with our automobiles. Hey, if we come up with something great, fantastic. But you're a young brother, man. You got to come up with something cool. So even if you can't afford it, and even if all you got is an '89 Honda Civic that's gray that your grandmother left you got to put the 22-inch triple chrome rims on it. You just have to. It's sort of the same way with the costume jewelry. Like you have to get a fake Rolex. You can't just wear a Timex. Yeah. You're screwed. Yeah. You know what I mean? And whereas as white people, it's our obligation to dress like we have less money. So we just go over to the Banana Republic or Old Navy, and
pay up the
you make $1 million a year. You pay $14 for some cargo shorts and some flip flops.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Better to go that way.
There you go.
Than put the big rims.
And then now we're back to the teacher, the porn teacher, which is an understated look. Something underneath that's lurking.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. We would like we would like we like scratch'ems. You know what I mean? We want to scratch.
Is it like a scratch and sniff?
Yeah, we want.
It's like the lottery. The lottery.
I see.
Find out the numbers.
I get it.
I want to get my quarter out and find out what's underneath that gray paste.
Yeah, a lot of crazy, Adam.
Yeah,
well, he knows that. He knows that.
That's my
groundlings. He's adding the score up. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
That rice cakes commercial.
That screamed dysfunction, didn't it?
But yet there was an underlying latent sort of seething sexuality that came through very clearly. Quaker Oats guys know what they're talking about.
I know, they do.
I call them Quakers.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, we're taking some calls?
Let's do.
Sarah?
Yes.
You're 19?
Do you know why they call them Quakers?
Huh?
Hang on a second, Sarah.
Well, I think I do because of in religious ceremonies they would have these out-of-body experiences.
Right, they quake. They'd have the ecstasy and they'd quake, or the, what do you call it? The
I don't think that's true.
You mean
yes, that's why they're called possessed. So it was a sort of a
smoking in tongues?
Because they quaked?
Yeah. They would seize and go nuts. So they'd have raptures. They'd have raptures.
Is it derogatory?
It was mildly derogatory, but all right.
Wow. Yeah. I'm surprised there aren't like the hysterics.
And there's shakers too. Or is it just there's Quakers, there's shakers. The shakers they just shake too? Look up shaker. Huh?
Aren't the shakers in like Shaker Heights?
Quakers and shakers.
Yeah, there's Quakers and there's shakers. Yeah.
I'm from Ohio.
Sarah, what's up?
Sarah?
Yes.
You're 19?
Yeah, I had a question. This is going to sound really crazy. I took my nose and put it over my boyfriend's penis, and I blew air into it. And I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was, like, expecting, like, a farting noise. We were just being really stupid, and I was wondering if that would, like, cause any type of problem for him.
I'm just trying to, just before I go on to the medical consequences of air emboli in the urethra, just trying to set the scene. How did that go down?
Adam, put his urethra in your nostril?
Just sort of tucked the hose up, you know. Tucked the hose up to the spigot and blew.
Yeah.
Just to be silly.
Yeah.
Let's do something silly, Adam. How about I take your urethra and
Were they on drugs? Were you using anything?
What do you mean?
Like, were you using any drugs, or had you been drinking?
No. We're just a bunch of retards. We don't...
well done. Well said.
Look,
say no more.
Here's the thing, too. Unless you're with Esther Roll, who played, I think, Florida from Good Times, and you don't want to fit anything up anyone's nose. I mean, that's a bad sign.
That's a bad sign.
If you can get your penis up someone's nose...
Well, she just said the urethra. Maybe it's the exact fit.
Okay.
Like the little hole.
The hole that you pee out of.
And did you pinch off the other nostrils so you wouldn't, lose pressure?
Did he enjoy it?
Didn't the penis fly out of the said nostril? Or you held it in there? You held it against your nostril?
Yeah.
I immediately started to do it.
I know you did.
Me too. Yes. Was he?
How would you do that?
Was he erect?
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
For how long after that?
I really can't recall.
What stage of the lovemaking were you at?
I'm trying to set the scene.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, where were you?
I think it was probably afterwards.
Okay, Sarah. Here's the deal. Bogus.
You don't believe it?
I'm serious. It's not bogus. I was so afraid you were going to say that.
All right, well, hold on a second.
I think I can't really remember. The guy would have residual at that point. It would not be a pretty thing.
Well, wait a minute. Let me say this. This is not bogus in the sense that she completely fabricated it. It's bogus in the sense that she knows there's no answer, no danger. That's the part I'm saying is bogus.
You would remember exactly what you were doing and when you did this. It would not be like, I think we just finished having sex. He was still erect. What? No way.
Wait a second. No. Sarah?
Yes.
Is this bogus?
No, I swear it's not.
Okay.
Why can't you remember when you did it?
She does.
When did you do it?
Like about 2 days ago.
And what were you doing at the time? See?
I know, I believe her. You just finished your beautiful lovemaking?
Yeah, it was about a few minutes after. And he gets erect on and off. It's really weird. But I swear, this is not bogus.
I believe you,
bogus.
Sweetie.
It's not bogus.
I want to believe you. No, I believe her, but the bogus part is she doesn't really need an answer. She's
Is it more just to tell the story?
Yeah, she's just telling the story.
People can get it out.
So there's a nonsense quality to it.
I have to say kudos for the story because I've never heard
it is a new one. Yes, it's a good one. Why didn't you just use your mouth? Go ahead and just blow it up like a balloon.
Excuse me, I can't hear my phone's really.
All right, that's fine. No, she did it for 10 seconds and thought she'd call and screw around.
Okay, well, here's it. If she really gets the air in there, it would hurt like hell.
Really?
That's what I was going to say. He would lose his erection.
Because you're blowing bacteria. Yeah, it would hurt you.
Why does it hurt? Is it the pressure part?
It's pressure.
Things
don't go that direction. Right, it's a sensitive area.
I'm hip to that, but you can sort of blow air in your mouth.
It's totally hip to that.
But it's an irritating. You blow it inside your body. It's an irritant.
I'm saying,
and you're blowing bacteria and things in with it.
Okay, but it's the pressure. It's mainly the pressure.
Hey, on a related note, I had a girl one time. She held my nose closed and blew really hard into my mouth, and air came out of my tear ducts.
Yes, that can happen.
Ew.
Wow.
That can happen.
Didn't that hurt?
By the way, that was not air, that was crack smoke.
I was going to say, were you just completely on acid at the time?
Who's
or what?
talking right now? Who's
our
the big
engineer,
brother? Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. quiet, Anderson.
She's hot.
Yeah, she is. Too bad you'll never see her.
Sweet.
We'll, let's keep going, Drew. Who do you want to talk to? Five?
Yeah.
Let's talk to, Cherish.
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
Oh, that is an obnoxious name.
Cherish.
Thanks.
You should hate your parents.
It's a great name, Cherish.
But it's much greater than sunshine and autumn and season.
Yeah.
And
It's obnoxious.
Starburst.
It's obnoxious.
And Beth.
Just change it to Sherry, all right?
Okay.
All right, what's up?
Okay, I have a question for you. I can only, like, orgasm when I'm on top, and I was wondering if there's a reason why that is.
Well,
But it's like asking, why can't I orgasm? Or why do I have an orgasm only or during oral sex? That's just how you're set up. And women tend to be very, very different from one another. And so
There's nothing I can do to, like, change that.
Well, you may be able to sort of broaden your horizons a little bit. The fact that you can have an orgasm with intercourse puts you in a rather unique camp.
Yeah,
you're an elite. You're an elite
Very
category.
elite.
you're in the Orgasm Delta Force.
Right. And
Special orgasm ops.
But I find it fascinating that she feels like that's a bad
inadequate.
thing.
It's
right,
inadequate.
that that's some sort of thing. I guess it's just because you're 18.
This is the thing about women in general. Each of them have their own little version of this and don't discuss it with their peers and feel they're inadequate.
Yeah.
Because they don't measure up to some 17-year-old male version. What's the matter?
Right. No, I can relate to that because when I was 18, too, I felt like I was the only person, with
that couldn't orgasm with intercourse.
Serious. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, see, if you'd known me, you'd feel much better. I could introduce you to everyone I've ever been with.
No,
As
but
a matter of fact,
I think girls don't talk about that stuff.
They do
it's
not
weird.
because they feel flawed because the press, the sort of Cosmo Red Book world, is geared up to measure up to a 17-year-old male.
Exactly.
Not a female.
But there's other things that you can do, Cherish, right? I mean, like, that just because that's the only way that you can do it on top, there's other things you can do.
But to me, this is like somebody calling and saying, "I got a real problem. I can only eat porterhouse steak.
I can only afford a Mercedes. I can't
only drive Mercedes. I can't drive Ferrari."
Yeah,
like cry me a river, baby. You're
she's 18, and
she's 18. She's having an
really
orgasm
does think that she's having a problem. Though.
That's unusual,
no,
especially
she
at
doesn't.
18.
She just wants. I don't think she thinks she's having a problem. I think she would like to keep going.
She would like more. All right, so she's a whore.
That's
no,
right.
no, we're not saying that.
I'm kidding.
Definitely not saying that.
Cherish.
That was a joke, Cherish. I didn't mean to.
You need to cherish your orgasm, sweetie, because there's hundreds, maybe millions of women out there who go without every night. They go to bed
can't
without
measure
an
up
orgasm.
to your standard.
They go to bed hungry for an orgasm while you're full.
You're not complaining. You just want to know, can it be broadened out? It will broaden out.
Exactly.
As you get older, too, your biology shifts around a little bit, and things will get easier as you get older.
Yeah. I've really given it some consideration in
here we go.
In more reflective times.
Yes,
and I realized...
We should play, like, soft music now. Or, like,
here we go.
Inspirational music.
And?
Well, it may happen because you asked for it. If Drew or I asked for it, we wouldn't get it. But it's...
coming from Rachel, of course.
Yeah, right? Hey, your beloved
Anderson,
Rachel Anderson asked for soft music.
Oh, here we go.
He always plays this classical music, which isn't right for the inspiration music.
It's a waltz. It's a waltz. It's a dance.
Right. It's... That's better.
That's scary.
Don't you have any sappy sort of Hallmark moment music?
Soap opera music.
Nothing, just sort of PSA, schmaltzy.
What's the thing they used to do on
special.
Saturday Night Live? Something thoughts, serious thoughts, or something.
Oh, that's right. Deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts.
Yeah, it's just something.
I think that's good. I like that.
That's the closest I got.
Go ahead, quiet. Go ahead.
This is salsa music. No, I'll not share with this as my background music. I'd rather have nothing.
All right.
But let's just take that in for a minute.
I'm starting to really wonder if I just get hooked up with women that don't have the orgasm via intercourse, or I rob them of it.
You suck them out of intercourse, of orgasm.
I just lay my hand upon you. I could be in a crowded mall, just touch women as they pass by, and they would, like the Pope.
And they would lose their ability to orgasm?
Yeah.
Is that,
I think,
You're like an orgasm smuggler.
I could reach Rachel from here.
Instead of the Quaker, he's a taker.
I'm a taker.
He's the takers, and he just takes orgasms right away from women.
Right.
They might have been multi-orgasmic when they arrived.
Right.
Takes that away.
Right.
Deadens
I'm a
them.
taker.
You're a vag deadener.
Drew, yes. Drew's,
Mine's been dead for years.
Drew's what we call a decorator, which is a little bit different. Drew's into decorating. Those of you who know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't, get on the internet. Anderson, do you find anything about Shaker? Growing up salt shaker?
Some stuff, but I'm still looking.
Religious shakers, religious sect.
You know, I know that my favorite part about Engineer Chris is when I have to wake him up and tell him, what do you got, Lycus coming through those headphones? You're listening to like a Berlitz tape? What is going through the headphones? No. Let me explain one of the advantages of headphones. You actually could turn your back.
Cans, man, they're cans.
The cans, yes, I'm sorry.
I beg your pardon.
You could actually turn your back to the action and still hear everything that's going on.
But he wouldn't dare do that. He keeps his face focused right on us.
All right. I think that's distracting him.
Yeah. Here we go. We got to take a break.
I know. We got to take a break.
You're going to behave from now on.
What's the deal with abortion pill? Still a virgin? Will future girlfriends be weirded out by it? Let me just talk to Dylan real fast, dude. Dylan?
Yeah.
25?
Yeah. How's it going, guys?
You don't sound like a virgin to me.
My question or whatever is, hey, is that Jordy guy still on? What's going on?
Hold on, Dylan. Dylan.
What?
Dylan.
Oh, man.
You're not a virgin.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Okay,
you're high as a kite, but you're not a virgin. You're high, but you're not a virgin.
No, I'm not high.
You're not?
I'm actually reading a book. But
oh, yeah. You can never do that high.
What book?
Oh, it's The Green Lantern. You guys ever heard of The Green Lantern?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, you better pray you're high if you're 25. You're sitting home in Milwaukee at 2 in the morning.
Reading The Green Lantern.
Reading The Green Lantern. The book version of The Green Lantern. I didn't know it's a comic book.
Yeah, I think there's a different... The Green Lantern was a...
That's a different one?
Yeah.
It's not the comic book?
No, it's not the Spider-Man thing.
Oh. All right. Well, what is it? Is it something good and heady?
It's he's battling... Is it Sinestro? Sinestro.
That's a big word for me.
I don't know. I don't know
Adam,
what it is either.
Adam, remember I wanted to take a break a minute and a half ago?
Yeah.
Don't you wish you had now?
I kind of do, but now we're in too deep.
So I had a question. Sorry about that. And would it be weird, if I had a girlfriend or I approach someone and we're dating and the subject of sex comes up, and then, I'm like, well, I've never had...
How would a girl react to that, Rachel?
All right. Well, listen,
if he's 25 and he says that he's never had sex before...
And to a girlfriend or an evolving relationship, how would a woman react to that?
I think, you would kind of take pause to that. But if you liked like if I had gotten to know you a little bit, I'd want to know...
Would you think that was cool? Or would you think, what's wrong with this guy?
I don't know. I think at first glance, that'd be too soon to judge. I'd have to find out maybe why.
You'd be worried.
I'd be a little bit... I'd want to know... I'd be concerned, and I'd want to know, perhaps, was this a religious reason?
Right,
was it that you were... maybe something went down with him when he was young that's given him reasons not to do that?
If you heard a guy coming at you at 19 or 20 who was a virgin, I think you'd be all right with it. At 25...
You kind of find it endearing.
I think some girls would think it was cool and endearing. You're too thoughtful and asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Right,
and, but even you are sort of okay with it.
I think if the right... answers were given, he
was sexually abused by his grandmother, and he was a staunch Zoroastrian.
And that's great if he's had therapy and he's worked through that.
Well,
and therapy's for losers.
Yeah, then bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, let's take ourselves a little break. Rachael Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress, Monday nights at 10 o'clock on Showtime. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Rachael Harris is here tonight. She is the second woman on Fat Actress, Showtime, 10 o'clock. Yep. Monday nights. Does a fantastic job on the show. It's her improvisational training that helps her out.
You're a doll.
Kicking, yes. That was before the night is over, we'll do a not only that, but a yes and. I'll bring something to the party.
I'll pick the place and this premise.
That's good.
You pick a location.
You pick out the who, what, and where. Add in for the lineup, Adam. How about that? Does that scare you to death?
Yeah, we might even do that machine where we keep adding moving parts on the machine, no dialogue.
That's good times.
All great improv drills. You know it's awesome. I was talking to a guy once who was in an improv troupe called the Frayed Knots. And you may remember them.
Also around
for
short F troupe.
No, unfortunately, I haven't graced the stage or seen them.
He was telling me a story about going on the road and opening for bands, the troupe.
The Frayed Nuts.
Yeah, and he said one time he was down at the Coach House and the Frayed Nuts.
In San Juan Capistrano.
Yes, and they were opening for like some old rock legend like Robin Trower I think there was like Robin Trower, somebody like that.
Nothing is better for an opening rock band.
Oh, burnt out rock guitar guys.
Improv.
They're opening for like Steve Vai or something, and Jeff Beck or something, and they love improv. And so the guy got out there, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna need a location. Your mom's coos. I heard airport. I heard airport first. I'm going with airport.
Awesome.
The only thing worse than doing, and I don't know why they try to stuff comedy into places where it doesn't really need it. Oof. What is that impulse?
I don't know, but like I remember we had to do these things called, we do industrials. The Groundlings will go out and do parties.
Yes.
Little bits for different shows. And there was this nail company that does, that specializes in nail
press on nails
like that. Yeah. Well, like just nail colors and things like that. Mm-hmm. And we had to go up to the Bel Air Hotel and do characters for like that were based on the company.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also had to like mix in some improv, and it was horrifyingly awful.
It's always a disaster.
Mortifying. And the people, like we're supposed to do impersonations of some of these people and write up these ridiculous backstories, and and we're kind of dark. We come from like a sort of a dark place, saying that someone's been married 6 times and had 3 children, and we're questionable about what race, all these awful things, and we thought were hilarious, and it just was crickets, and so not the right forum. They really. They always just sort of stared at us.
Somebody always thinks it's a great idea at any corporate retreat or any concert or anything, just to take some comedy and just wedge it up the ass of people who clearly aren't there for it. If they're there to laugh, that's one thing. You just stuffing somebody into it. I mean, I'd rather just see a guy ride the unicycle and juggle for 5 minutes.
Juggling would be much better. Juggling.
But I have to say, in fairness, sometimes it is, like if it's the right group, if they have a sense of humor, it's all right.
Tell that to the Frayed Nuts.
Frayed Nuts?
Nuts. Nalu?
21.
Nalu.
Oh.
Now I'm angry. All right, what's up?
I'm 21 years old. I've been dancing since I was 18.
Oh, he's not angry anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Not that Ellen lesbian type dancing. You mean like dancing with your clothes off, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
not just grooving in an audience.
Professional mooning.
Yeah, all right. And what do you do? Do you get totally naked?
I get fully naked. I work at a 18 and over club in San Diego, which means no alcohol. Mm-hmm. So you can get fully naked.
Mm-hmm. All right. And am I right that if you go topless, then you can serve beer or alcohol, but you can't? Is
this just California?
I think it's a California thing where they can't mix the total nudity with the hard liquor or even the beer. So you got some runaway chick who was molested when she was 9, dancing totally naked. You're sitting there drinking a Orange Crush.
Makes perfect sense.
It's perfect sense. You're 45 and you're just drinking a Mr. Pibb.
Orangina.
Like
or Tab. Or a Fresca.
Yeah, you're drinking a Fresca and you got to like smuggle a flask in.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know anything about that. Nalu?
What is your question?
My question is I've tried to quit dancing many times before, and I keep going back to it and moving back to my hometown and moving back down to San Diego, and I've had this boyfriend for about 9 months now, and I'm just completely horrible to him, and I can't steer myself away from not dancing.
Let's delve into the past. And first, let me just say I don't blame you, because for me, dancing is the only time I feel free. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean you're horrible to him? What do you do?
I'm just mean. I say awful things that I don't mean night after night, and the end result is me breaking down, like hysterically crying, and I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong.
Right. Well, it's undoubtedly what somebody did to you.
Where's your dad?
Yeah.
That's
my biological father?
Yes, that one.
I'm assuming he's in jail. I just looked up his criminal registry, and there's some pretty nasty things on there. It includes like sodomy, rape, kidnapping.
Well, maybe some of that was sort of sprinkled upon your young life.
Maybe. He was only there till I was 2, so I have no recollection of him.
Yeah, well, here's the deal that people don't appreciate in our country for some reason. the earlier, the more profound the effect.
Yeah.
The earlier, there's something about the human being that the early experiences have a disproportionate effect on all else that follows. Therefore, the earlier, the more intense.
Well, I mean, here's what life is for most everyone who calls the show. All the damage done before age 5, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to pull some dent out that was caused in 1982.
Yeah.
And it never quite gets fixed. I mean, I don't know what the ratio is, but it's not a good one. It's like one bad year before 5 equals 10 years of therapy, and that's just to sort of walk with a limp.
Right. That's just to be able to be
and it
human.
depends what went on before.
That's right.
I mean, if it was just pure rape or, incest or whatever, you may never be right.
So it leaves, even if you don't have an explicit recollection of the circumstance, it leaves an imprint on your brain development, makes it difficult to regulate your feelings, make it difficult to be close to other people.
Mm-hmm.
You feel sort of overwhelmed and out of control.
But isn't that sort of just an excuse?
It's an excuse. It's an explanation for why your brain works the way it does.
And why you also...
It's a brain wiring issue, Naylor. It's not an excuse. It's how your brain is configured. And unless you do something to change, unless you do something to change that brain function, it ain't going to change on its own. You can't wish it to change.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be treated.
Does she have a stepfather?
I do have a stepfather.
Drew, you forgot to add the super blowhardy part of, I can't change it for you, okay? You have to do that yourself. I can't physically force your brain to change. I wish I could. I like when they add that.
I kind of can.
Okay, actually, Drew says he can't do that. My mistake.
All you got to do is just, follow directions and it will change.
All right, so, hey, do me a favor. Describe the DJ over there at the club.
We actually use a jukebox. We have no DJ, which is fabulous because then I don't have to tip him out.
Oh, really? You have a jukebox.
What's your song? What do you like to dance to?
Yeah, but it's the automated obnoxious DJ 2000.
Oh, God.
Quit your linen and drop your... Wait a minute, I screwed up. Quit your grinning and drop your linen. Give it up for Nalo. Diamond, stage 5. Japanese businessman's line. It's like a computer on there. So what happens? You just program in the songs you want?
Yeah, you go, I mean, there's a rotation, your name's on a board, you plug your music in, and then you go up. 2 songs are about 3 minutes a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it's fully naked.
Right, and what do you, now I'm going to guess, let's guess at her songs. First off, I'm going to go with MacArthur Park by Rex Harrison. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can bake it because it's really good. It's about 8 Do you think she's doing
definitely
that? Yeah. Okay.
That's good. I'm going to go with Kenny Loggins and Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream.
Islands? That's Kenny Rogers.
Oh, is it? What did I say, Kenny Loggins?
Yeah.
Kenny
Islands
Rogers.
in the Stream. That is what we are. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm feeling some Doors.
Some Doors.
Oh, Doors. Like, what do you think? You got a Doors song? True can't name
Light My Fire.
Oh, that's good.
True, you got nothing.
What?
You got nothing.
Or Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire.
I'm going to go with This Waltz. Or...
That just happens to be what goes out of my head.
I'm going to go with "Coward of the County" by Kenny Rogers.
Oh, that's
good.
I
think that'd be a good one.
That's
all right,
a good one.
Now you got to figure she's got one of those.
Is she still on the phone?
Yeah. Now, Lou?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are your songs that you go with? Come on,
it depends really on the crowd. Like, if it's an older crowd, I dance to, like, Sade, Lovers Rock, Love You the Way I Do.
No, any of those songs.
No, Coward of the County.
That's for the older crowd.
Okay.
How about for the younger crowd?
What about the younger?
They like the smooth, like the older people. And the younger, like if the younger, like military boys are in there, it's like a little NSYNC and Justin Timberlake.
Sure.
Really?
Well, that doesn't make sense.
A military crowd?
Yeah,
The village military crowd?
The village being the military.
Village crowd? Who's in there? Wants to listen to Justin Timberlake when trying to catch wood?
YMCA is one of the songs too.
All right, you're killing my buzz.
All right, now listen, here's the deal. For this kind of lifestyle, it often becomes highly, highly addictive. And I don't know if you're addicted to anything else or if you're truly an addict, but sometimes people that specialize in sort of extracting people from this kind of life are necessary because it is so alluring. There's so much money. It's so difficult to stop. And it's so gratifying of all those primitive and rather dysfunctional aspects of yourself.
Oh, I bet she dances some Janice Ian.
If you can get into some therapy and learn to be able to tolerate proximity of another mind, another person, your relationship will work a little better, and you may not be so apt to want to do this stripping.
Yeah.
So get some treatment.
I don't think it would be great to be able to pick the songs for strippers. Someone left a cake out in the rain.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. Randy?
Hello?
17?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, Randy Chick. You don't meet too many girls named Randy anymore, do you? Didn't you used to?
In the day.
Now all Randys are dudes, and it's a horrible dude name.
Yeah.
All right, so what's up, Randy? 17.
Yeah, I was wondering about the abortion pill. I think I'm pregnant, and I was looking through the Yellow Pages, and it said abortion pill next to the morning after pill.
Right, they're two different things.
Yeah, I figured that.
What do you mean next to the morning after pill?
Like they were listing what they were offering at their...
oh, I see, the clinic.
Well, you need the abortion pill is a way of causing the fetus to be emitted from your uterus. It's RU-486. That's a progesterone blocking agent, and it can cause some pretty heavy bleeding. And some people that do abortions kind of don't like it because it doesn't feel they're not as in control of things as if they actually do the vacuum abortion.
Is it the same pill as been around for 30 years?
RU-46?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same one they've always had. No modifications.
Nope. Don't you have to have a doctor, though, that
you have to have somebody
writes you a prescription?
Right, yeah, and you have to be followed, too, because there is pretty heavy bleeding.
Because it seems like that'd be dangerous.
It's not something you want to do on your own.
Dear Lord.
What is it, Drew? If I had to cook it up in my bathroom, could I do it with just cleanser and stuff like that?
No,
Adam, when you do, call me.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
You want to use some?
Yeah, Adam, just for fun. Just to see.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mifepristone.
Oh, is that what it is? And Randy, what's going on? How far along are you?
Well, I'm on birth control right now. I'm on the pill, and I'm supposed to be on my period right now, and I'm not.
And that makes you think you're pregnant?
Yeah.
People miss their period all the time on the pill.
Yeah, I'm late myself.
So go ahead and take a pregnancy test before you jump into this.
Really?
But didn't you have a doctor that prescribed you the pill?
Yeah, they prescribed me the pill, but
Are you worried about going to see him?
No, not at all.
All right, well, go. Stop wasting our time. Go over there and see him.
Test.
And, they actually have a new pregnancy test. I saw in a commercial where the thing has like an LED readout or something where it's like
where it says pregnant, not pregnant.
Or not pregnant, instead of just turning gray.
Yeah.
And confusing
Which
everyone.
I kind of dig. I think that's...
Yeah. It's like a thermometer?
Yeah, it's, you go to the bathroom on it, you urinate on the stick, and then...
I took it home just... on it. I was like,
just to see.
I'm probably not pregnant, but I just want to see something saying not pregnant. You want it
but I think it's so clear because sometimes, you look at it and you're like, you can't tell. And you're so freaked out anyway that to see the words not pregnant or pregnant, makes it that much
It's
clearer.
worth the $400 for the LED readout.
It is.
No, it's probably like $15-20. I don't know. How much is it? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I would like to buy a few and just whiz on them, just like I said.
That would be a great show. Let's do that.
See how it works?
Yeah, let's bring a long mic cord.
That'd be confusing gay. Gay? That's not even an option. Wait a minute. Drew, shake this thing down. I'm going to try it again.
Still says gay.
Still says gay. Rachel, that'd be great just to smuggle a box of gag ones in there. Whore. It's like, what? They're making value judgment.
You bitch.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slut.
Yeah.
Whoopee pregnancy tests.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just good novelty stuff.
Barren.
That's right.
It's awful.
Rachael Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress.
It's a horrible way to refer to a woman, barren.
I know.
That's more
I'm barren.
North Dakota is barren.
It's so awful.
As a guy, it's great because it makes you land baron.
It's barren.
Or you could be a baron, like Baron von
right.
something.
Of course.
Yeah,
Baron and Baron.
I was thinking it was Baron von Trapp, but that's not right. He was Captain von Trapp.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a baron, though?
I don't know.
There was a red baron.
But there was a baroness.
Yes.
The
baroness
female
he was
baroness.
engaged to.
The mean lady that was mean to Maria. Didn't like her.
Oh,
Rachel watched that movie way too many times.
I did. I'm proud of that. I'm a big fan.
Edelweiss would be a great stripping song.
My first crush, Christopher Plummer.
Sure.
Scary.
Why not?
Yeah.
No, it really wasn't. I think it was, I don't know who it was.
It's funny because he was like my 8th crush.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
8 through 13.
Let's
I
go
liked
pee on a
him
stick.
that much.
Come on, let's go.
We're going to whiz on a stick. Rachel Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress, 10 o'clock, showtime, Monday night. We'll take a quick break.
Thank you.
Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Rachel Harris is here tonight from Fat Actress, 10 o'clock on Showtime, Monday nights. Let's see. Later on this week, Angie from The Apprentice, last one I got booted off The Apprentice.
I watched The Apprentice.
Oh, I do too.
But next Monday.
I enjoy it.
Angie
also,
totally got railroaded.
Yeah, Monday, Seth MacFarlane and Alex Borstein are going to be in here from the Family Guy, which Drew's really into. And I'm really into, too.
Yeah.
Except for I was into it first.
So therefore, what, you can't enjoy it with me?
I'm in deep reruns.
Oh, I'm thinking of American Dad, but I do like Family Guy.
Oh, you like American Dad as well?
I haven't seen much of it, though.
It's only, they aired one episode.
Just that one, which was brilliant.
I'm going to do a little voiceover work for not American Dad, but Family Guy on Thursday. So I'll send them everyone's regards, and then we'll see them here on Monday.
And also Crank Yankers.
Oh, yeah, Crank Yankers.
Really funny.
Thank you.
I love that. I know David Allen Greer was on last night, right?
Dag, who's my main man.
When he vomits, when he does that vomit guy, Adam, my husband,
Adam.
I should have been on the show.
Yes. We've been on the show, and then I decided we should have him do it on Crank Yankers, and then I would just sit next to him holding my dry erase board, like, he would cough. You always like when he do that, because there's a couple of good ones where, like, he would call and ask how much an engagement ring was, and it'd be like, $2,500. It is awesome when he vomits that way.
It is.
Do a little. Well, let me hear a little more vomiting, please.
It's awesome.
Yeah, when he would call the caterer and ask him, and so how do you prepare the shrimp? It's like, well, it's lightly battered. Made this chick run through the entire menu and vomited after every single thing she said.
I just love, like, the tolerance for that, too. Like, at what point do you say, I think you're ill, sir? And
maybe we should get off the phone.
Yeah, I just love the complete willingness to just stay on the phone.
Here's what I learned from a few years of doing that show. Either people get off the phone immediately, or you have to pry them off the phone with a flat bar. And it depends where you call. If you call New York, they don't have any time at all. If you call Fairbanks, Alaska, they got time. We had... I'm trying to think who it was who called just a place in Alaska and had them be their northernmost compass buddy. And just called a random person, and they had talked on the phone for about 45 minutes. They're going to be their compass buddy in their northernmost location. He was going to check in every day and call him and check how his heading was doing, and he was going to say due north and give the degrees or whatever. And they just talked for about 40 minutes. Can you imagine somebody calling you at home, Drew, wanting to be your compass buddy, and you're just rapping on the phone for 45 minutes, and them having to get off the phone? You still talking to them?
Unbelievable.
All right.
Nice.
We will take some calls. Maybe we can get one in before we go to break. Samantha?
Yeah?
You're 28?
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon, by the way, was the guy who had the compass
Kevin's
buddy.
a good friend, by the way. I just saw him last night.
He's a dear friend.
He said
and I
hello.
saw him on your show. Samantha?
Yeah?
28. What's up?
I was on the computer over at my fiance's parents' house. We're house sitting. And I find some gay porn websites on there.
So you think whose were they? I mean, who was watching that stuff?
They were his. It was his posting on there. He had a link to it and the whole deal.
Your fiance.
Your fiance.
Right.
Not his parents.
Right.
All right. Samantha, you tell a horrible story, by the way, because you're on the computer of a different person than you found, than you're accusing of being gay.
The point is, what did the parents' house have to do with the story?
We're house sitting over there for the time
you were house
being.
sitting.
And you brought your computers with you?
And the history had...
I'm sorry?
The history, like when you went to look through the history, it had gay porn websites?
That's correct. And so I click on there and, I don't know, a jump here and there, and being a bit nosy, I did. I mean, it's his. It's not a conclusion jumped up.
It's great when you say his, too. It makes it that much more confusing.
What's your
This is your fiancé, not the person who owns a computer.
Well, my question basically is, I've talked to him about...
I'm taking a break. Here's all I'm saying, everybody. I know who she's talking about just because I speak fluent Tard, but when you say you're at somebody's house, you hopped up on the computer, you found
his computer
porn, and you keep saying his computer, or even the computer.
At somebody else's house.
It's somebody else's house. You are leading people to believe it's the person who lives at that residence who has the porn on the computer.
Right. If you're talking about the television or the phone at that house, we
would assume that was the persons who lived at the house. I'm assuming this is not by way of her description, but I'm assuming this is her fiancé who's been looking at this.
Who brought his computer to his parents' house.
No, who was looking up gay porn on the parents' computer.
And probably on somebody else's computer because they thought it was safe.
Right. Is that what was going on, Samantha?
Basically, he was looking it up over there, and I don't question that he was the one doing it. He admits to it, for one. And then,
all right, hold on. All that, sir, is now unnecessary. The whole thing. Yeah, I caught my husband looking at gay porn. He told me it was him. There you go. That's the story.
All right. Well, we got to take a break. Oh, we got 2 hours to kill, Drew. It's a 22-minute sitcom, for the love of Christ. We have no script. Just like Fat Actress. Rachael Harris is here. Monday nights, 10 o'clock, showtime. We'll take a quick break. We'll get back. Don't hang up on Samantha over here. We'll get back, tell her what to do about her fiancé after this. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Drew.
Hey, did you notice what you got there, Adam? From Chris?
I got the finger.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
That's nice.
Yeah,
and it wasn't. We're not talking about the bird. You got the go finger.
The go finger is why Adam went into radio.
That's right.
Yeah, I was thinking it's either that or become a tail hooker, launch F-18s off carriers. You know that dude, that go guy.
Yeah,
that's
guy? Intense. It's just impressive, though, isn't it? When they do that.
That's what I like. I like the spool it up move.
Yeah.
And then I like the move, and I'm going to start doing this. Don't give me the finger. I'll salute when I'm ready to go.
Nice.
And that could be 10, 20 minutes into the show. We could just be dead air.
That is really good.
There's nothing better than a whole carrier thing. The guys in the pilot, the guy down in like the yellow vest, and they all have their colors.
Yeah.
It's like a big Parcheesi game. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's got the purple and the yellow, and they're all wearing their vests because these guys are the fire guys, and these guys are the guys who reset the steam catapult, and these guys are retrieval guys. And they do the spool it up thing. I'm the pilot. I do the salute thing, and then the guy he's down on one knee. He's going, go! And I just launch myself off the end of the ship. Yeah. Awesome. They're like, those aircraft carriers, floating cities. The floating city.
Literally.
They really are.
Literally.
But you sleep. My brother was actually on one. And he was in the service, yeah. And he was on an aircraft carrier for
a lot of range in that family. A lot of range.
I'm telling you, we've
But he must have been doing something. He wasn't just working the laundry.
He was an aviation electrician.
Wow. Oh, he worked on the aircraft?
I don't know what that means, but I know that was his title.
Wow. Floating
from Hawaii?
Ohio?
What are you, Ohio?
Ohio. It's all right. Hawaii.
Yeah.
It sounds very similar.
Nice brain.
Ohio, yeah.
That's you guys grew up, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I would,
He used to say that they'd sleep in, like, those crazy cubby holes that I'm claustrophobic. I couldn't have.
Yeah,
I'm not clinically claustrophobic, but it would drive me crazy.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, all right.
They got their little bunks that they got their little lockers underneath it. They got to fold everything nice. I would like to go out on one cruise, one quick tour. You know what I mean? Just 14 days or something. Just to say you did it.
Just to experience it?
Yeah, not do anything. Just sort of hang out and watch everyone and criticize.
You could take notes.
Why would you be good at that?
You could write a little essay
walk around
on your experience.
One brow up in the air.
He does not write. He talks.
I don't write. I would dictate, but here's the thing: not into a dictaphone, into just a brown piece of mop handle. But people would think I was.
You could do a one-man show on it, Adam. That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and you could
fly
space
boy.
work.
That's your next TLC show.
Yeah,
really good.
All hands on ace. That's what we call it. Sounds gay, but it wouldn't be that gay. It would just be sort of gay. All right, let's keep going.
Macho man.
Samantha?
Back to Samantha.
Oh, speaking of
gay computers.
So she found gay erotic. Your fiancé was visiting gay websites.
Correct.
What kind of gay websites?
Ones where I guess you meet people. He had a posting up there, and where people can
that's
contact
not
him.
good at all. That's not just gay websites.
What did the posting
so
say?
he was soliciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did the posting say?
Oh, geez. I don't know how descriptive I can get on here, but just looking for a BJ and...
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any hint that there was something going on with him?
None at all. Blindsided me.
Okay. So here's the question, everybody. I think, I know where Drew comes down on this, but I'm not sure about Rachel. To me, not that he should be punished for being gay, but there's not anything we're going to do about this.
Right.
I don't think you're going to reel him back in.
This is not a hobby.
No.
This is a commitment.
And here's what I don't think a lot of people realize, and I don't think a lot of women realize this, because I think they're a little more
different.
pliable
Yes, they're more
sexually.
fluid, yes.
They could go out, experiment, do a little something, sample some waters. They could just put their toe in the lesbian pool.
And come right out.
And come right out again and be fine. Guys,
it's a whirlpool.
We get sucked down into a vortex of ass.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
That could be a stupid name for my one-man show.
Vortex of ass.
A vortex of ass, that's good.
Right. Point is you don't just sample the gayness.
No.
You're in.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, if he's on websites and he's looking for action or soliciting, unless he's a cop and he's trying to bust somebody and there's something we don't know,
that's it.
This is a deal breaker in terms of, and thank God you found this out while he was a fiancé and not a husband.
Yeah.
Have you discussed this with him?
Yeah, and he denies any extreme tendencies to swing the other way, saying that it was more of a excitement thing, I guess. But let
me ask you this: what is your sex life like with him? Does he?
It's fine. It's variable.
Strap-on gives her a rash, but other than that, everything's fine. A little chafing. Nothing a little Gold Bond can't handle, sweetie.
But I mean, are there other like psychological problems that he might be having?
Not that I'm aware of.
Like sexually, because a lot of times with like sex addiction and things like that, sometimes it's not necessarily about the gender. It could be about...
That's true, but and the sexual addiction is often very covert, so she might really understand, have no knowledge of what was going on.
Samantha, you sound like a survivor. Like you've seen a lot. I don't know. What are you? A nurse? Do you have some kids? Previous marriage? What's going on?
One
All the
kid,
above.
no marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in insurance. Nothing too exciting.
Mm-hmm. And
trauma?
Have you been traumatized?
Well, you guys always talked about sexual history in the past. I mean, I guess I was abused a bit when I was a teenager. One-time incident.
Nothing before that, though.
No.
Dad's good. Stepdad's good.
You got that tour of Nam kind of stuff going on.
Were you ever on strung out on speed or any drugs?
Years ago.
Yeah,
we hear it.
Got the X-Speed thing going. It was speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear it.
For about 3 months in the teenage years.
You were into it a little more than that, I would say. I can hear it on you.
Well, I think she
also has a grizzled.
She's whitewashing her stories. Yeah, a little bit. A little abuse.
A little bit in the teenage years.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
You were into speed, right?
Who are you talking to?
And here's the other thing. We look, when we talk to people, it sounds like they grew up in a rock tumbler.
Right.
They're 20. I mean, the woman is 28 and sounds like she's been there, done that, loved and lost.
She sounds late 40s, second tour in Vietnam as a nurse or something.
Right. I'm just trying to get a little clarity on her because she may be picking this guy as a sort of safety.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, as a way of not being intimate with somebody. Not being vulnerable.
Okay, so, Samantha, I don't think this guy, and I'm not sure he's going to make a great stepfather to your child either.
Yeah, not with all this going on.
Yeah, where's your dad?
In Oklahoma.
In prison.
What's he doing over there?
He's a military man. The base out here closed down.
Mm-hmm. You have a good relationship with him?
A decent one. We were never terribly close, but...
All right.
Used to beat the crap out of you?
No, never like that. More dismissive, I guess.
All right. So, Samantha, I bet you could do better than this guy.
Well, I feel uncomfortable telling you what to do, but
I know.
But you have a way of sort of not accepting reality. You tend to stay in sort of a level of light denial. It's like, a little bit of speed, a little bit. Look, you're an addict. You're fortunately not active in your disease right now. You've had some significant issues in your life. Intimacy is not an easy thing for you. You've got a guy that may have seemed safe, but he's safe because he's not available because he is probably gay. Now, he may not really have come to terms with that yet. That's fine. But to say that, to minimize the reality of what's going on with him, it's a giant mistake.
Cruising the internet, looking for BJs, unless you want to meet the guy in the parking lot and beat him with a bat.
Even that guy is a concern.
Well, okay. The only possible excusable thing would be if you urinated in a fire hydrant and we're trying to spray the gay guy with it out of the bed of a pickup truck, and you had some buddies driving it, and you had like a six-pack of tall boys in there, and you were screaming.
And you know what? You're not 28 when you're doing that.
Oh, yes, I was 31. That's right. You're right, Drew. I was not 28. I had not built up to that. When you're right, you're right. Takes a big man to admit when you're right, Drew. All right, Melissa?
Yeah?
You fake orgasms?
Yeah, like, right before I'm about to finish, I just, like, tense up, and I just tell the guys, like, yeah, I've finished. And I can't, like, relax to get the whole way through.
Hold on. That's not faking an orgasm, though, is it?
You mean you sort of snub it, like, before it goes all the way?
She makes like she finished.
Oh.
What? You do?
Yeah.
Does the guy think you had an orgasm or not?
Yeah.
He does. Okay, so you fake your orgasm.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore.
When you were with him, could you relax?
No. I've never been able to, and I've never have, no matter who I was with.
Are you attracted to women?
It crosses my mind.
I'm just getting that loud and clear from her. I don't know why.
All right.
It's crossed my mind, but I've never done anything.
Yeah. And you have any kids?
I have one.
Yeesh. What's up with that? Hopefully it's a girl, right?
No, it's a boy.
Felon.
So what about why am I getting the women thing loud from her? She's just in my
she's butch. I don't know. Drew's spidey sense is, Lesbo's spidey sense is tingling.
Well, I'm curious. But I've never. I'm not.
Do you have trouble being with men? Or you been brutalized by men in some way?
Yeah, I've had a bad past, but I don't.
Well, that's what often, when it comes to lesbianism, that's often a good route. That's a common route into lesbian territory, which is the relationship with men are just full of brutality and just have enough of it, and that's that.
My neighbor used to babysit me, and that was a female. And she used to mess with me when I was little.
Ding dong.
That's what I was hearing.
That's what Drew was hearing.
Yeah, that's what my spidey sense picked up on.
Yeah.
Dong.
Yeah, that can do it.
Yeah.
That'll cross your wires. And who's the father of your child?
Some idiot.
Is he out of the picture?
Yeah, completely.
All right, so here we go. We got a call about faking orgasms and not allowing yourself to orgasm. And the reality of what we have here is sexual abuse, sexual identity confusion, inability to be in stable and close relationships, picking only a-holes. Much bigger problems here than just not orgasming.
Yeah.
Much bigger. You will orgasm when you actually are able to have a relationship and feel safe. Until that happens, though, there'll be no orgasms.
All right. Now you're freaking her out, though. You think she has to be with a woman? And what about
No, I'm not saying she
has
has to be living. I'm just saying she's got to be in a stable, close relationship. I have a feeling that is more likely to be with a woman for her.
Melissa, do me a favor. Can you please not screw your son up so I don't have to deal with him and or pay for him later on in life? Please?
I won't.
Please promise me you're not going to screw that kid up. I don't want to pay for anyone else.
Wouldn't you rather her be with a woman that's some a-hole she brings along to
Yes,
absolutely.
I would. I really would.
That's what she's comfortable with.
I don't think I'd be comfortable being with a woman.
Oh, really?
But
you've been attracted to the ladies?
I am, but I'm not like that.
I don't trust the guys you pick, though. Who's this guy's dad? I mean, this guy's dad's an idiot, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is he paying for any child support or anything?
Yeah, we just went in February to do child support.
Of course.
What's he paying a month?
He pays. It went up to $550, so it's going to go up to $600 because he's making more. So.
What's he doing? Welding or driving a truck or roofing?
Drywalling.
No clue. He works with sales, like auto sales and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, just one time when somebody says he works in sales, they're actually talking about a sail on a boat. Just one time. No, he works on schooners.
Just so you can say that happened.
Well, he does sell the sails, so I guess technically he's in sales. It would be nice just to talk to a guy, salty mariner. But, okay, it's always funny when you hear about these highfalutin divorces and so-and-so needs $150,000 a year for the kids. When you just hear about the real world, it's up to $550 a month.
Yeah.
And the fifth Gabor sister saying she can't get by on $55,000 a month. She's at $550, and she's in in Clover. She's not going to know what to do with that extra money. All right, I don't know what to say. And by the way, could we stop crapping out kids so casually?
Clearly not.
Clearly not. Could we stop having just people that are damaged goods crapping out kids? It is so sad. And is there ever any chance at this world or this society repairing itself as long as there's a steady influx of effed up single moms crapping out kids in their late teens? Is there any way? Is there enough resources?
But don't you think the solution to that though is to educate women to
education has nothing to do with it.
Well,
but as far as your esteem goes, but what I'm saying,
you can't build esteem through education. This is the huge mistake that people make.
I don't mean like education like schools, and I mean just as far as common sense. There's nothing we can do to teach women to have esteem so that they're not sleeping around to get validation.
No,
it's a much more complex process.
That's 6 generations down the road.
It's a different part of the brain.
Do you think it's more just from learned behavior from...
No.
They're damaged.
It's dysfunction of regulatory systems in the brain, and you have to teach them to... Brains that can't regulate don't feel adequate and feel ashamed. Mm-hmm. And then they can't build esteem unless they can feel competent in their ability to regulate their feeling states.
Right.
And the only way they can do that is through having stable relationships. So, a healthy adult that they're connected with through high school and college, say, or junior high school and high school, that changes everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And all they have to do is spend time with that kid. That's all they got to do.
Right.
I'm looking for some sort of, birth control that comes in a dart form, seriously. And I'm doing it for them. Like, everyone says...
You want to strafe with it, basically. Send your planes in and strafe.
I'm just saying, we talk to people... I mean, here's our solution from doing the show for 10 years. And, we... At the risk of sounding sort of pompous, what we learned isn't really from a textbook or watching the news. It's just from talking to screwed up people for 10 years. So you get the lay of the land.
Yeah, it's
when somebody, depending on how abused they were, but if they were sort of severely abused, there's not a whole lot you can really talk to them about. You need to get to them early and often, but there's a certain group that you really just need to say.
It's like trying to talk somebody out of heroin. That's not a rational process. You can't educate somebody out of heroin or crack or pot. That's part of their brain is not.
You need to catch them on their first, the day after their first period and say, you're going, and I don't mean in school, and say, you're going on birth control. I'm not going to hold you down and stuff it in your mouth. I'm just going to say,
I'm going to hold you down and put it on your skin.
I've done the math. You're going to be pregnant by 15 and a half, and then no shot at college. So this is for you. It's for me. It's for society. Put the patch on. And then we'll talk about it when you're 21 and see what we can do. If we did that, it would just be a utopia we're living in. For some reason, that's playing God, whereas hooking people up to feeding tubes is not, or putting cameras in intersections that give you tickets in the mail. No problem with that. It's okay for society to do that. Yes, sorry. Getting excited, but
How about building a room on top of your garage?
Oh, you couldn't do that. That's permits. You could never do that. You have to perform oral on a city councilman if you want to do that. No, I'm just saying, we live in a society where people are they're perfectly comfortable with the concept of putting cameras in intersections and you getting tickets in the mail for $300.
Right.
But the idea of identifying an abused and dangerous, not only to society, but to themselves, segment of society, and focusing on them, because who's filling the prisons? Who's committing the murders? Who's getting hooked on the speed and the heroin? Who are the dropouts? Who are the vagrants? Who are the teen pregnant? Who are all these people? They're not Drew's kids. They're just not. They're not people who can support and love and nurture their kids. Right. That's not their offspring. It's this group's offspring who becomes then all our problems. And there's a good chance if anything happens to you, whether it's getting cleaned out by an uninsured drunk driver or getting a shiv put in your side at the ATM, it's going to be someone from this family. Let's just admit it and focus on it. It's not such. There is not such a bad thing.
Correlates that is that when they look at kids from at-risk situations, only actually about half of them turn out the way Adam is describing it.
Right.
And the half that doesn't turn out that way, when they look at variables that impact their life, they've only found one thing that changes outcome towards a positive outcome.
Jesus Christ.
No, a single positive relationship with an adult outside the home.
Yeah.
Sustained.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Changes everything.
All right. And by the way, half is that's a tough number. You know what I mean? 50% of these people going south. And yeah, for every, there's, but what about Oprah? She was abused. She came from, that's Oprah. Then for every Oprah, there's 10 million people that are in jail
right now. It's the same argument with Grandma Moses smoking and drinking until she was 95.
Yeah. Oh, she drank a fifth of Jack Daniels every day and smoked 2 packs of Pall Mall non-filter.
Let's go on.
She lived till 103.
Let's all do that.
That's right. Take that carrot juice, throw it in the gutter, and give me a pack of smokes. I got to light up now.
Or it's also like that guy that they said had eggs and bacon every day of his life, and he was like 98.
That's right.
Because one person was a freak show doesn't mean that it's going to work for everyone.
He had a good hand dealt to him genetically, and that was about it.
The extreme outliers do not set the rule.
I don't know why people use those extreme examples as even examples. It's like a roulette wheel landing on your number once in a lifetime, and you using it as I win every time I turn the wheel. All right, Rachael Harris here tonight, a right thinker. We're turning her around. I'll tell you that right now. She's going to come and she's going to leave this place and be like Rush Limbaugh. I'm fired up. We're talking about mandatory sterilization for people of color. She's got join the NRA.
That was Rachel's idea.
That's good.
That was Rachel's idea.
It was, and I asked you not to verbalize.
I'm sorry I said it on the air. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Yeah.
See? Nice finger.
Chris was pointing at Drew, though. It wasn't...
Well, you didn't salute.
I got to salute, and then why would you point at Drew?
Because I saluted.
Oh, did you salute?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see you salute. Okay, hey. Listen, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong.
You set the standard.
Even if it's for the first time. All right, I'm going to salute you. Point. You ready?
All right.
That's nice. Go back.
There you go. All right. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Rachael Harris here tonight from Fat Actress. Monday nights, Showtime, 10 o'clock. I was just in the kitchen here at the fabulous radio station. And
did you start beating up the trash can again, or
I did get angry at the trash can,
or kicking the microwave?
Let me just say,
throwing the milk around because it was old.
Say a couple things. The microwave, not done. World scientists should not be done with the microwave, and they're working on stuff like the keypad and that kind of stuff, and convection
standards.
We need we do need that, but we need a couple things. First off, that microwave smells like a cat cramped on a wheel of provolone, and they just melted it down to the ground. What is up with that? And how does it maintain its funk?
It's a new one, too.
Somebody did something to that microwave at 10 o'clock tonight, and it's been funkified. 2 hours later, it's as funky as it was 2 hours before.
I swear that's a pizza thing in this unit. This hospital.
Really?
This place.
But I don't understand. Is it upholstered inside? You know what I mean? Why? How can it maintain the funk? It's sheet metal.
Melted into the plastic there.
But it's sheet metal. It's like your car fender smelling.
But you know what? That's the thing, is that it doesn't really seem to have that much ventilation, so things get trapped in there.
All right, so couple beats. First thing, let's get a microwave. There's nothing worse than you got a little ice cream that's rock hard. You want to just put it in for 10 seconds and soften it up, but it smells like provolone cheese in there.
Or jalapenos.
Or it just smells like the guy made an anchovy pizza before you got there. We gotta move the funk out. Flip the funk. Move the funk.
You gotta.
That's number one.
Turn this mother out.
Stores have these new things that have convection or heat ovens that heat things in like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
The funky stuff needs to go in there.
Okay.
They
well,
need to be
all I'm
heated
saying
with
is,
not
first thing, let's make it out of some sort of space age ceramic or something where you could actually defecate in it and then vaporize it with 15 minutes of convection heat and be no smell when you open it up. Okay, that's number one. We're going to work on that. I'll go down to the testing facility. I'll go down to the proving grounds.
That's good.
All right, that's number one. By the way, any better place to work than a place called Proving Grounds? The Aberdeen Proving Grounds. It's just a great name, Proving Grounds. Okay, so that's the...
it's really good.
I like the think tank.
That's number one.
I'd rather go to think tank.
I work at a think tank on a proving ground. Wow. Awesome. All right. Now, there's that. The other thing is let's figure out how to heat what's in the container, not the container itself.
Oh, so did you burn your fingers out of it?
Why are microwave containers the ones that go to 8,000 degrees as soon as you throw them in there?
Drew and I have a couple of coffee mugs we toss in there. The coffee mugs we have to handle. We have to use tongs that guys who blow glass use to get them out of there. It's a blast furnace. Drew holds a shield that we've fashioned out of an old Lycus poster and some tin foil. I open it and reach in with the tongs and wear that leather smock.
Oh yeah, the big giant.
I don't know, you guys.
Gloves.
That sounds like your microwave is just.
It heats.
But we've had multiple microwaves.
But I have
multiple ones.
We've been to like 4
because mine at home is pretty fun.
You
I
have the right dishes. In there. You have the right dishes.
I do. We have fine.
And you don't
items.
eat pizza and jalapeno and chili.
We do eat pizza. We do not.
But you don't cook it in the microwave.
But we don't put meat.
No, but you're talking about heat. We're talking about heat retention now.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that about 30. Well, let's put it this way: 80% of the stuff I have to hold food doesn't work right in the microwave. It gets hot and the food stays.
Right.
I get the bowl. I get the ceramic bowl. I put the soup in it. The soup is marginally cooler, actually, than it was before it went in. The bowl is molten.
Glowing.
How does the soup not get hot just from the molten glowing bowl? I don't know, but let's work out a microwave that just heats what's inside, whatever it is.
That same one occasionally will cause boiling around the edges and cold in the middle.
Right.
All
right, so we need to work that thing out.
Does it have a spinny thing on it, though?
Yeah,
Does it rotate things?
Spinny thing overrated. That was going to solve every problem in 1985. It never really worked out.
The trick for microwave popcorn, is to put a little plate underneath it, so it has so when you put the bag on top in there, it has a little bit of a hill. That means because the current goes underneath the bag a little bit more.
Oh, really?
And it keeps it from burning. Just a little,
little ceramic plate or a paper plate.
Ceramic. Plate. Yeah, that has some density to it, so that when you I don't know if density is the right word.
No, that's right. The other thing I'm looking for is something a microwave that you can put metal in.
Yeah,
because you get the Italian food and
the Chinese food.
You take the Chinese food. Well, the Chinese food has the little
metal hootenanny on it that you have to take off before you heat it up.
But if you go to the Italian place, you get a little chunk of ossobuco left over. That's the foil thing. But by the way, once that plastic cap pops, you can never get it back.
By the way, have you ever put that plastic thing on and replaced it without cutting your finger?
No. And I can't get it back on
that plastic,
and everything.
Like around the metal
foil thing. Yeah, the foil around the edge.
I haven't cut my finger on that.
So
but
much better.
You can't be bothered to transfer it from the metal container into like a.
Well, how dare you? Are you saying he's lazy?
I know, isn't that awful?
Well, how about this?
It's just too much work.
How about you just pump your own well water and crap in a pot? Huh? Can't be bothered? How dare you, Missy? How dare you?
I know. How dare I suggest
can't be bothered.
Transfer.
No, I'll tell you the problem.
P.S. I love your carrot top mug.
Thank you.
So
it's normally blue. It's red now because it's still molten. Now here's the problem. I can be bothered, and I will be, but why should I have to be? Let's have somebody work the metal thing out. And when you get that nice Italian food, and then the fat congeals and everything, you always dump out the big chunk or whatever. But you're scraping the other stuff. Yeah. You can't. All the goodness is stuck.
But also, it doesn't look appetizing when it comes out.
What are you eating?
Right. All the flavor.
Jello mold.
No, yeah, like if you bring home spaghetti and meat sauce, all the to the foil. You can't get that off. Yeah. And you always seem like you have a problem when you really try to get off. You're scraping like you're bearing a dumpster or something. Your wife comes by like, listen, sweetie, why don't you go out and buy something to eat instead of scraping things? What, are you crying?
You're literally a millionaire.
I'm literally a millionaire. Literally. All right, I'm just saying... We do a lot of.
These are quality problems.
The microwave has been around for 40 years.
I've never complained about this before, by the way.
Really, I love it. I love it.
40 years it's been around. Somebody invent one I can put some foil in. Is it that tall in order that we can put foil in a microwave? Technologically, is it that tall in order?
It may be technically impossible.
I don't think so.
It could be because of like I'm going to get really technical on you and use some really good jargon, but like atoms and like neutrons and things like that, like Big Bang.
Right. Neutrinos. And
Right.
You can't do metal in there, so you just put it in a glass bowl. What about glass?
I think it's simple. When you send the microwaves in, they bounce back and melt the damn thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Listen,
and honestly,
you two are enablers, by the way.
Like a third.
Well, nothing would have got done under your guys' watch.
I say nay.
Oh,
I say
teeth?
put it
we couldn't
on
possibly
a pot.
make false teeth out of anything better than wood.
But whatever happened to putting it like in a cast iron skillet? And that's been nicely seasoned.
Here's what I'm saying.
I know he's going to get angry.
Please listen to what I'm saying.
He's starting to cry.
I don't want to transfer things from the thing I take it home to the thing I put it in the microwave in. Then maybe we just have to talk to the Chinese restaurant and the Italian food restaurant and get them to
enjoy that.
Let's get on the same page.
You should do that.
There you
Call
go.
them.
Let's start changing the convention.
It's good.
Need microwavable Chinese
one or the other.
Food.
That's all.
I get it. I get it.
Here we go.
All right. I see.
Now we're done.
You guys, you know what? Neither one of you will dare to be great or dare to yell at other people to be great. And hurry. That's your shortcoming.
We're just comfortable with the mediocrity.
No, I'll tell you something. I will dare to yell at other people to be great, goddammit.
In a hurry.
That's good.
Well, let me just say something very quickly. Just very quickly. And I don't like to talk about myself.
No.
I'm gathering that. Yeah.
No.
I used to go to a dentist when I got my teeth cleaned. He sprayed icy cold spring water all over my teeth, and they hurt. And I said, wow, my gums are sensitive. My teeth hurt.
You spray this
cold. Why don't you use warm water? Like if I was in my own bathroom, I wouldn't put frozen water in my teeth. And he said, and this is the biggest mistake he ever made for me, oh, yeah, they make those. I said, they should make some sort of inline water heater. He said, oh, no, they make them. They've had them for years. That was problem number one.
Did you go back to him?
Oh, no. Problem number two was he then said, everyone asked for them. Okay, now I'm going nuts. All right, so get one. So I go to a new dentist.
Right.
And the guy likes me, and he wants my business. And I say, look, here's...
Because you're Adam Carolla.
Here's the deal, literally millionaire. Here's the deal, DDS.
And mouth, a mess.
Exactly.
Mouth, a mess.
And he's seeing...
Brain works like a Swiss timepiece.
Do you floss every day, twice a day?
I'm flossing now.
Okay, good.
There's a guy in my mouth. I don't do it myself. I don't get my hands
millionaire.
That's good.
So anyway, you go to this guy.
I go the new guy, and I say, look, buddy, how about one of these inline water heaters if you want my business? And he says, you know what? That's a good idea. And I said, look, here's the deal. I'm not coming back until you get that thing. So go spend $80, give a plumber $100, and get it hooked up, and then I'll use it. I came back a month later. He said, not only I'm getting great feedback, all my people love it. It's great. This guy was in business for 30 years. Now he's got the inline heater. Everyone's happy.
And Adam Carolla,
my teeth are happy.
And you got the business.
Right. What's wrong with everyone just stepping their game up a little bit? Just being a little bit better.
All I know is you need to write books.
That's it. I'm writing a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, more books.
But it's not going to be advice. It's going to be yelling at other people who write books poorly.
Yeah, sure.
That's going to be my book. Athena?
Yeah.
Athena.
Hi.
You're 24?
Yes.
What's up?
I was just wondering if being on the birth control for a prolonged period of time increases a risk of breast cancer.
Difficult question to answer, but the prevailing evidence suggests really no.
Okay.
Not meaningfully.
Difficult to answer, though. Usually you're just quick
because
answer.
It's more of the hormones.
She asked it the right way. She said prolonged birth control.
Prolonged.
And if you have some of the genetic heritage for breast cancer, yes, definitely should not be on it. If there's certain situations you should be very careful with.
Good to know.
Really?
I've been on the pill now for 10 years, and I had a lump removed from my right breast in February, and I've now found another one in my left breast. And
Lumps have nothing to do with breast cancer. Those are cysts. They do not mean you're at added risk.
Really?
Right. The first
In
one
fact, the birth control pill is a treatment for those lumps.
Oh,
really? All right.
I got to back off.
Remember, you know who else who had lumps, Drew? Pete Puma. Drew loves Pete Puma. I take a whole lot of lumps. Bugs Bunny would hit him with like 10 lumps. There used to be good lump humor, you know?
And then open his head was...
Yeah. You'd ask for it. You'd have coffee, and someone would say, how many lumps?
Hit you on the head.
And they hit you on the head.
Great humor.
And he'd bang those lumps down.
Bang them down. They're
bang them down.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's good.
Athena?
Yeah.
Remember Pete Puma?
No.
Died of testicular cancer.
20 years before you were born.
All right. right there, Athena. So
lumps don't have anything to do with breast cancer.
No, those are just
so she doesn't need to freak out.
No. Do you have breast cancer in your family?
I don't know. My mom had some cysts when I was younger, so probably about 10, 15 years ago, but that's really
there's evidence that the pill will reduce your risk of ovarian cancer, reduce the risk of uterine pathology and pelvic inflammatory disease. So there are actually cancer reduction qualities to being on the pill at the same time. So it's weighing these things out. But
it's based on your family history?
Whether or not the breast cancer issue, if you have the BRCA genes and all that stuff, you got to be careful.
That take a whole lot of love. David.
Sleeping.
Oh, well, he's been on hold for 110 minutes.
Shh. Listen.
Is he asleep?
I could have sworn I heard some breathing.
David?
I didn't hear anything.
No, I don't. You're right.
All right.
Should we do Germany or Florida?
Yeah, let's play Germany or Florida. Here's how the game goes. And by the way, we were talking about this last night, 60 Minutes? Or maybe I didn't see it until I got home.
No.
One of the stories in 60 Minutes is just how effed up Florida is.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. 60 Minutes last night. They talked to an author over there, wrote for the Herald or something. But it was just like all the degenerates that end up there, and all the screwballs and all the wacky stories. You got your proximity to Cuba. You got your
so the people coming up.
It's the Cubans.
You got some Cubans. You got some riffraff in there. People
what
of
else?
color.
What else?
You also have
you have good weather. It attracts nutballs.
But here's what you have: good weather attracts nutballs. You have this. It's why OJ is there, which is you can
and you get the Miami heat.
People can't come after you and claim your property and stuff. So all the deadbeat dads and screw ups.
Why not? People. Why?
Well, they have laws on the books over there that if you're OJ and you lose in civil court and you own a house in Florida, they can't take your house.
Wow.
You own a house in Bel Air, they take your house.
Wow.
Oh, we got to move.
So all the screwballs, well, wait till we stuff our wives.
No. Get the kids out, get them to college, and
then we'll go there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Still want to snuff the wives. So the point
so
is...
we can have our gay affair again?
And yes. And the other thing about Florida I've just realized is everything is bigger and worse in Florida. Like it's like everyone gives that story
mosquitoes.
Like, oh, you think you've seen roaches?
Yeah.
No, you've not been to Boca Raton. Snakes, everything's poison. It's like
hurricanes.
And a lot of people aren't aware of Florida's
Shih Tzus are poison in Florida.
I love that.
Like
Florida's
rabbits
history.
are poison. There's nothing that's not poison over
Worst
there.
ants.
People I don't think really focus on, but Florida's history is amongst the wildest in the entire United States.
A lot of Indians shooting everybody.
Horrible. They were the stuff that Andrew Jackson did down there to the Indians and stuff. Really bad. And the Spaniards, really bad stuff went on for a couple centuries down there.
Yeah, well, they're keeping, they have a rich tradition of like alcoholic F-ups over there, and they're keeping it alive.
Indeed.
That's all. And it was funny that we've been talking about it for a number of years now, and 60 Minutes finally caught on, just did a story about how effed up Florida is. All right, so hold on. Justin.
Yeah.
You have a Germany or Florida for us?
Yeah. I wanted to tell you, though, the metal in the microwave is not going to happen.
Because?
When you put metal in a microwave, it creates a current, and that's what causes a spark.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
All right. Well,
underneath for the underneath thing.
Hold on. Hold on a second.
Okay, what?
Obviously, there are reasons why metal in the microwave is not going to work at this point, the same way we weren't able to reach the moon in the mid-'60s.
Oh, dear. Here we go. I feel a rant.
It took some great people getting together, putting some time in and putting some money in a little R&D and working it out. Yeah. That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking that I stuff a ball of foil into my microwave and have it magically work.
The electrons are free in the matrix of metal, though.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Keanu.
That's what I was saying.
Let me finish my thought. Believe me, if this was a military problem and it needed to work, they would make it work. They would overcome.
It's like Viagra.
There's satellites circling the globe right now that are beaming my voice across the country in parts unknown. We could work the microwave thing out. It's not that tall order. We need to focus. That's all I'm saying. All right, and you two. You two,
I say nay. I say nay.
You're enabling parents of a drug addict.
An enabling naysayer.
Oh, he's got a lot of pressure at school. Let him do a little coke every once in a while if it makes him feel better. Quiet. I'm the uncle. I know how to handle the boy.
Wait, you're going to give him some anal?
No.
Nice.
No.
That's the uncle thing.
Oral.
I like it.
Oral.
Oral.
All right. Well, he's giving it to me. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with a little Germany or Florida after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. 12 Bloody Mary. How dare you?
Loveline.
I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Rachael Harris here tonight from Fat Actress on Monday nights at 10 o'clock.
I love that little applause. It's so lovely.
Showtime coming up, doing some shows, doing some interesting shows.
Thank you.
They're making their move.
Yeah.
I think, I don't exactly know anything about ratings or any of that stuff, but it seemed like a couple years back there was a big chasm between HBO and Showtime, and it seems like Showtime has been bridging that chasm over the past few years.
Well, they're trying to. You know, I think that's the thing, is that they're taking risks on edgier things.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit. Like, in Weeds, it's coming up, which is going to be great. It's Mary Louise Parker, Kevin Nealon's on that show. Very funny. Jenji Cohen's the executive producer and writer of that. Really good show. I did this huge plug for Weeds and
I just
my show.
Just saw a commercial. Just saw a commerel for it tonight.
Mary Louise Parker,
what's
very
funny.
Mary Louise Parker, her husband, her husband dies, and she's in the suburbs, and she doesn't know how to support her family, and so she starts selling weed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's great cast.
Seems funny. Justin?
Yeah.
You're 21. Is it supposed to be funny? The commercial looked like it was supposed to be funny, but they didn't show any clips. They just showed it. It looked kind of like looked like American Beauty kind of look.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be funny, but it's more like comedy, serio comedy.
Right.
That's
what we do on this show.
Yeah.
We talk about abuse, and I make a beat-off joke.
It's a dramedy.
Hey, Justin?
Yeah.
All right, so you have a Germany or Florida for us?
Yes, I do.
Germany or Florida? Germany or Florida?
David,
that's
Germany or Florida? Germany or Florida?
Wow, David Allen Greer is probably listening tonight.
That was nice.
We'll fire Drew off an angry email if he does not hear his lead in.
I have been so subtle tonight in comparison.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
No, you can't go bigger than Dave.
What I say? I got feelings for you. Can I prolapse your anus?
Nice.
As long as we're doing DAG, just do the love. Rach, I want you to know what making love to David Allen Greer would be like.
Do it. Please play it for me.
That's what it sounds
Look
like.
at me. Don't look at me. I will give you something to smile about.
Oh.
There's the real part. Falls right asleep. Still on top of his prey. That's what it's like. And he's on top of her, too. She can't move. That's DAG. No, we actually it's not a bit. We put a microphone in his bedroom. Remember we picked that one up?
It's hot. That's all I can say.
It's turn on. It's a white. You're white, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's a white lady. That's a turn on.
That's a turn on.
All right, Justin, go ahead. Give us the story.
All right. A zoo has scrapped its plans to break up homosexual penguin couples after gay rights groups protested against it. The zoo had noticed that 3 penguin couples turned out to be all male. In an attempt to encourage the penguins to reproduce, the zoo had flown in 4 female penguins. The plan was to introduce the female birds to the males, which would hopefully lead reproducing, but the zoo abandoned its plans after gay rights groups protested against the experiment. The zoo's director said everyone can live here as they please. He also said it was never their intention to separate the couples by force, and even if it was their intention, it wouldn't be possible to make them be interested in their new female companions.
I always love when you have to apologize to idiots and their asinine requests. Like, you have to apologize to the gay groups about what you're doing with the penguins as the zookeeper. We meant no offense to the gay community. You know,
you can live however you wish.
Yeah, just shut up. Get back to the job, would you? God, I got to go gay. They got money. They got time. They got the 2-seaters all the way. You know, I'm a sports car guy.
Oh, yeah.
They recycle. It's an awesome lifestyle. I know where this is out of.
Oh.
So I'm going to abstain.
Oh, I don't know.
Now, you think this happened in Germany or Florida?
It sounds a little Germany to me. It's so sort of... It sounds American in terms of the use of the legal system and the sort of strong arming by writing letters and taking action. But the idea is so over the top That puts it in Germany for me.
Rachel?
I don't. It sounds very Republican to me.
And how many penguins are there?
Like in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? Like that's. I would think it's like Florida because they.
But
God forbid these penguins be in love with
Well, I think they're trying to get them to mate.
Right.
Is what they're trying to do. But the people protesting doesn't sound Republican. You know what I'm saying?
See. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Right.
So you want to factor that in?
Yeah, I might want to factor that in.
And also,
a little bit.
how many penguins are there in Florida?
True.
You'd be surprised.
You're absolutely right.
But there are a bunch of marine parks down there.
Yeah, they would have the...
Yeah, they got water parks or marine parks.
The animal habitat.
Here we go.
We're going to need this where the rubber meets the road. We're going to need a decision
Germany.
out of you. You want Germany, Drew?
Go Florida.
I'm just going to go Florida just for giggles.
Oh, what?
Say that?
No.
Sorry.
It was cute the way you dropped the S
word that I said. The S-bomb.
Justin, this ain't showtime, sweetie.
Sorry.
Go ahead. You're 21. Give us the answer. Is it Germany or Florida?
It was Germany.
Oh, yeah.
True. True, yeah.
Dinky.
Nailed
See that?
Doctor.
Almost again. I said the S.
That was a tough one, though. I got to say, that had a lot of different components to it.
Not really. Come on.
I don't know. I was surprised that Drew went with Germany on that. I got to be honest with you. All right. But that's why we play the game. That's why we do it.
Weird concepts are Germany. It's a weird idea to protest that.
Yeah. I was watching a little Animal Planet or Channel or something the other day. They had something on killer whales.
Oh, really?
The wolves of the sea.
Not whales.
They're not, no. And they did a thing about a sort of gay part of their ritual where the bull males get together and they actually get erections and they sort of rub on each other.
Wait,
and
these are whales with erections?
These are killer whales.
How big is it? Like, is it like
about
12,
a 3-footer?
Wow.
And they're doing this thing, though, where it was sort of like...
That's fantastic.
They were explaining it in the sense of, well, we can't explain why they do this. And the thing had an erection, and they're like, well, I was getting weird.
Yeah, was it weird?
Like, come on, Shamu, come on.
You mean like weird, like excited? Or weird, like
it shattered his childhood fantasies.
Yeah, like I can't look at this.
I was sort of confused. Like I have to F and kill. Was sort of my take.
Nice. That's a pretty good combo.
I'll fill that blowhole. Yeah. That's what I screened, and my wife walked in while I was masturbating.
And, Family Guy tonight said he can't go back to Marineland for that reason.
We will. Oh, really? I didn't even see it. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Yeah. Well, that's it. Show's over. Fantabulous. Angie coming in here on a Wednesday, and then next week, Seth MacFarlane, Alex Borstein from our favorite show. Anyway, I want to thank Rachael Harris for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
A perfect guest. You see? Improv, the training,
Thank you.
pays off.
Psychologically sophisticated.
Fat actress, everyone. Monday night.
Say that again to my family.
Psychologically sophisticated.
Oh, no. Nice.
Okay. Do you want me to talk to your family?
Yeah. Would you?
Will you pay her back for the thousands and thousands of dollars of therapy she had to spend because of you, please? Thank you.
Thank you. 10 o'clock on Showtime. Fat actress. Take a little extendo break, and until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.